At police headquarters, 65-year-old retired Jay Roth arrives seeking assistance. His pressing concern is the disappearance of his 53-year-old friend, Linda Riley. The mystery began the day before Linda was reported missing. Alerted by the continuous ringing of Linda's phone, her neighbor decided to check on her. The neighbor found Linda's house unlocked, but Linda was not there. Upon arrival, the police noted unusual signs at the scene. Linda's phone and purse were left in the house, items she typically carried when leaving home. This detail suggested an abrupt departure or possible foul play. The Springfield Police Department, considering these factors, issued a missing endangered person alert and launched an investigation immediately. Jay Roth was with her 2 nights before she went missing. Detectives are aware of their recent contact and believe Roth could provide important information to help locate Linda. Jay Roth steps into the interrogation room of his own accord, having requested a voluntary interview. He is informed that he is not under arrest and retains the freedom to leave at any time during the interview.
Last night at about 3:10 I left. She said maybe she's going to get some cigarette, but she was tired of going to bed. Asked me if I take the garbage and I took that in the van and took that and dumped it. And then when I got back to the house, I texted her. Made it home okay, because I said she's worried about me. So I called this morning. She didn't answer. She does that all the time, though. Not answer. So, but I don't know. So I'm worried about her.
Jay's demeanor during interviews with detectives stands out. He appears honest, genuinely concerned, and eager to assist. Roth's earnest expressions and cooperative attitude paint a picture of someone deeply invested in finding Linda quickly. This urgency is because the chances of locating a missing person safely decrease as time progresses. Statistically, the first 24 hours are crucial. The likelihood of finding a missing person alive diminishes with each passing hour, raising concerns about their well-being. Roth's apparent eagerness to find Linda quickly could be interpreted as aligning with these facts.
She's stressed out a little bit about these guys who've been coming over this. One guy particularly.
Who's that she was stressed about?
I was thinking the Floyd guy that come in the house the other night, drunk.
So you just know him as he's a black male named Floyd.
I saw him one time, but I don't know what, he came in the house. And,
you don't know Floyd's last name?
No, not at all.
So what did she say about that she was stressed out about?
Oh man, the guy come in the house and he was halfway in the living room, she said. She kind of pushed him out the door, somebody went out, and then that fool ass, he come back over and he was drunk, is what they said. I don't know if he was or not.
So what do you think? What do you think happened?
I don't know. Anything could happen with that neighborhood there. It's a bad neighborhood. There's all kinds going on over there.
Okay.
In an unanticipated move, the detective suggests to Jay that the concerns surrounding Linda's disappearance could be overstated. He employs this strategy to assess Jay's true level of anxiety. Is Jay genuinely as troubled as he appears? Or is his display of concern merely a facade to conceal his own involvement?
Do you think that she maybe just left?
No, she wouldn't leave without her dogs.
Okay. Are her dogs still there?
As far as I know, they were when I left.
Could they still be there, you think?
I think so.
Okay.
Jay made a revealing mistake. His claim that she wouldn't abandon her dogs caught the detective's attention. At that moment, there was no possible way for him to know that the dogs were still in the apartment. That statement alone has now made Jay turn from a concerned friend to a person of interest in this investigation.
So you guys are good friends. Has she ever wanted an intimate relationship with you?
Yeah.
You had a little bit of an intimate relationship? Maybe having sex on occasion? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Have you guys ever had any physical violence? No hitting, pushing, shoving, nothing at all like that? So just some verbal arguments is all?
Yeah.
Did you have anything to do with her being gone?
No. So what? No.
I can have you hang tight for me for just a second. Step out and I'll be right back, okay? Thank you, sir.
A day later, Linda Riley remains missing, and the likelihood of finding her alive is diminishing rapidly. Then, unexpectedly, Jay shows up again at police headquarters, bringing new information to the table.
There are three things actually. Her ex, he beat her, pulled her hair. She come down to the house one morning after he was sitting on her and tried to shoot her up and missed and threw her in the spot. So, and she always had bruises on her arm when he grabbed her. So one time, she had this guy named Roger was there, and he stayed about a week or so. But the police came to the door and he was hid in the bathroom because he was wanted. They said, I don't know his last name or anything else. I told her, you got too many weirdos coming over and stuff like that. I'm just putting things out there as possibilities I was thinking.
At this stage, the detective is becoming increasingly skeptical of Jay's narrative. He's constructing a story with several possible suspects, which appears to be a strategic attempt to steer any suspicion away from himself.
You asked if I've ever hit her or she hit me. I haven't. But there was one occasion when I was, I took her over to see this guy she wanted to see. We dropped her off, but he wasn't home. They said, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm going to take you home. I don't want to go home. I said, well, I'm not going to let you out here. I want out. Like, I said, don't jump out here. Let me take you home. And she reached over to grab the horn in my hand. I went up like this, and it went in her mouth. She thought I got it broken. It was accident completely.
Linda lodged a formal complaint against Jay, alleging assault predicated on her refusal to consent to sexual intercourse. Upon becoming aware of the ongoing police investigation into these allegations, Jay proactively returned to the police station with the intention of clarifying his side of the story.
There's been a few people that have mentioned she was afraid of you. Do you know why they would tell us that?
Because of that accident, she thought I was doing something, but I wasn't. But then we talked afterward, it was okay. But she wasn't afraid of me for that.
What do you say to some of these people that kind of have said that she's scared of you, that you've been violent with her?
I haven't been violent with her, and I don't know where that comes from.
You don't know why those people would say that? Because the biggest hang-up today, because we've talked to so many people, and there's no trace of her or anything after you leave the house, a little after 3. Where do we go from there? Hang on one second, I'll be right back. We'll get you out of here in just a minute, okay?
Following his second interview, Jay was again released to return home, as the authorities found no compelling evidence to justify his continued detainment. Although Jay may perceive his repeated release as a sign of the detectives' belief of his innocence, the truth is that their suspicion towards him is actually increasing. 3 days later, Jay Roth was called in again to the police station to undergo a polygraph test. For someone eager to help, like in the case of a missing friend, agreeing to a polygraph can demonstrate their concern and willingness to cooperate. Realizing this, Jay Roth has agreed to take the polygraph test.
Jay, I'm the polygraph examiner here with the police department. They called me and said that you were interested in taking a polygraph exam in reference to their investigation with Linda. I'll walk you out. Hold on. If you look straight ahead for me, Jay, I'll get you dialed back in and we'll begin. Are you physically responsible for Linda Riley's disappearance from her residence on February 27th, 2012? Did you physically remove Linda Riley from her residence on February 27th, 2012? Did you physically cause the death of Linda Riley on February 27th, 2012?
In the first 2 interviews, Jay came across as surprisingly relaxed. He sat back in his chair, showing a lively and friendly demeanor. However, as the investigation evolved and Jay was looked at as a prime suspect, the gravity of his situation appears to have dawned on him. Jay sits alone, waiting for the results of his polygraph test to arrive. He looks completely dejected and worn out. Moments later, the detective enters the interrogation room. The detective updates Jay on the investigation, explaining that search warrants have been issued for his van and home.
Well, we got the results back, Jay, and it's kind of what we both knew. You failed it pretty bad. So let's just cut to the chase. Tell us what happened. Let's get this over with. It's been a long day for us all. Our crime scene technicians, they're out at your house. They've been serving a search warrant at your house pretty much all day. And there's some more stuff that's been located at your house that's, again, it's not looking good for you. Obviously, there's going to be some explaining to do. And I'm going to be curious about what kind of deal you're going to come up with now. We need to get this over with. Quit these games. We know something happened. How it happened, I don't know. And that's what I'd like is your reason. Did she come after you? You know, maybe something happened that wasn't good. Whatever it is we need to know, Jay. You need to tell us. And a mistake occurred. We all make them.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's all that it was, Jay. That's all that it was. It was a simple mistake. One that, you know, let's just deal with, okay? I know you did not go over there with the intent. It was a mistake. It was a freak occurrence. Okay? That's what it was. It's just a freak occurrence. I know that's what it was. It just was a freak thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
Even after the confession, there's a concern that Jay would change his mind in the future and claim that this was a false confession made under duress. Therefore, the detectives need Jay to lead them to the body, providing physical evidence that the murder did, in fact, take place.
We were talking on the couch and stuff. Get along just fine and all. And we were talking about her getting out of there, like I said. And I don't know. Just things happen. Didn't mean to do anything. Why are you having people stay over that are hurting you and like that? Or she got mad at her, like I said, she don't talk. I guess scuffled a little bit and stuff. Banged her head. So I took it over to the house. So I guess she was mad at what I thought of her. And she went and just smacked me. I said, you don't need to be doing that and stuff like that. She tried to holler at me. And I smacked her and she fell and hit her head. I guess like she didn't come around. It hurts me so much.
No, it does. No, it does.
I really truly care. You do whatever, but
I know.
we do have a pretty good relationship.
Throughout the interviews, Roth consistently discusses his affection and admiration for Linda, asserting his role as her protector. However, an underlying theme of control and coercive behavior becomes evident. In the aftermath of Linda's death, Roth's actions further complicate the narrative.
Where'd you take her, Jay?
That last place we went, Aldrich.
Aldrich. Buried her. You burned her.
Couldn't even watch that. I didn't know what to do.
Is she still out there?
What's left?
What's left?
Yeah.
Are her bones still out there?
I don't know. I don't think there's anything left.
Did you take any of her bones with you? No? What would you think about taking us out there and showing us exactly where it is? That way maybe we can... I figured you would. I think you're right.
I didn't need her here more than what I already did.
How about I get you some water? I'll get you a cup of water real quick. I'll take a quick run. I'll get you some water.
On March 4th, 2012, a week following Linda Riley's disappearance, Jay Roth led the police to the site where he incinerated her remains. Roth faced charges of felonious restraint, kidnapping, and second-degree murder. The second-degree murder charge was due to the lack of premeditation, not meeting the criteria for first-degree murder. During sentencing, Roth's attorney argued that a maximum penalty of only 10 years should apply, because of his client's age and ill health, but the circuit court judge firmly disagreed, saying Roth was a danger to women and children. In July 2013, Roth was sentenced to life imprisonment in Missouri, which means 30 years. He must serve 40% of that sentence, making him 78 before he is eligible for parole.